flat Earth has nothing to do with people's choice to believe the world is flat. It's heresy. It's been around. Well, it's been debunked for 5,000 years. Democracy. Like, they invented democracy, and then Socrates, and then democracy's still here, and flat Earth is just something some communist college professor, or maybe, a well-meaning intellectual. Point is, these people are calling us crazy. No, the Earth is definitely round. They found the remains of Amelia Earhart a couple of years ago. Hey, Australia, which side of the planet are you on? Same side? Note how the sun comes up, then it goes over, and then around. Because the Earth is spinning. So you think the Earth is like a coin, like spinning. But if that were the case, it would be bright all at once, and then dark all at once. Anyway, the idea that we should have to dignify this heresy with a response. But, imagine yourself in my position. The guy who hired me when I got here practically introduced himself once after I was hired as a Satanist. Well, I study theologies, and I recognize the pentacle on his tattoo as a Wiccan symbol, and I wasn't, actively investigating the stalkers. I just presumed they told him to say he was a Satanist because they were trying to associate me with something. Listen, first, do no harm. You're not a doctor. Your religion doesn't matter. It's wrong. Imagine some barbarian waylaying his way into the Greek Forum. Like, we're here to teach you the truth. Well, we were just discussing that before you started killing everybody. You're stupid. And you work for rapists. And you don't take no for an answer. You call somebody a liar. Like, the dude told me he was a Satanist. It's a parole or probation or whatever, released on recognizance. Department of Homeland Security, Walmart, India. FBI, Riyadh, really? Whose homeland? I didn't even know they were trying to mock me with that whole rape the dude thing. It didn't click. But, I got stupid people under the impression I'm stupid, or they can get away with it. It didn't make sense because you were misinformed. And now you owe me money. Probably more than you're worth. Because it's not just me. You can't just go around arresting people by hook or by crook. It's called entrapment. Locking people up without a trial, that's internment. Your authority is derived from the democracy, or it's illegal. Qualified immunity, qualify it. Rape is sometimes defined as not taking no for an answer. They just say no to drugs nowadays. They're not taking no for an answer. This whole attitude is like, it's never going to come back around. Let them come with your Glock, with your hollow points. What happens when a hollow point hits a vest? What about a flak jacket? Those are just for shooting civilians. Taxpayers. Voters. Stupid. Maybe you're brilliant. Maybe you're real smart. You were just misinformed. And now you're not taking no for an answer because you're a rapist. You're a fucking psychopath. I'm sure, it'll all work out. Can't happen soon enough. Been 8 years. For instance, September 11, 2001, some miracle worker knocked down 3 towers with 2 planes and called us liars. said we were in on it. In on what? Precisely how much jet fuel does it take for a paper fire to knock down a tower 2 buildings over without hitting one in between? The whole thing's so ridiculous. It's just appalling to the rational mind. Like, if you had to qualify your immunity, you'd be like, well, we need to look into this. Oh, it's an inside job, cover it up. Retards. No amount of money thrown at this level of stupid can possibly fix it. One has to presume honorable intentions from the outset. First, do no harm, and then rule it out. Like, I know certain parties were in on it, but you don't just go around shutting down local businesses and act like you're here to fix anything. Homeland moved into this town, this county, and just started shutting down, like going to the lake and illegally searching and seizing people's vehicles. It's like a criminal organization. Back about 2002, right? 2003, I was like, you could buy a badge on eBay. How right I was. You can't just make someone a criminal against their will and then act like you're here to enforce the law. You can't knock down 3 towers with 2 planes and call anybody a liar. You can't even say they were in on what? It didn't happen. It did not happen like that. Can I at least get an American on the line, if not a human? North Korea. The voice of reason. Is there a grown-up in the house? The other definition of rape is, sex is when a penis and a vagina, yes, sex requires both. Moses said, to lie with a man as thou doth with a woman is an abomination. And unhand that sheep, officer. Anyway, I guess it didn't occur to him to have to reiterate, first, do no harm. Because if you go around doing harm, somebody's going to kill you. The Bible had to account for all the common sense. Let them come. We can take those Japs. Hiding behind defense. It's not, when your job is locking people up and never looking back, it probably, there's a level, like an element of justification. You got to reconcile your place in the world. It's hard for most people to accept that they're just wrong. They should get a different job. But you got a lot of nerve blaming Darky for the drugs. All these social problems are because we're not allowed to enforce. It's because you don't do anything about the drugs. Kind of like the same reason why you wouldn't take no for an answer with me for years. Lie to a judge on a daily basis. Judge just takes it for granted you're lying. Call anybody a liar. It's called a jury. Nobody gives a shit who you think is a liar. Department of Homeland Security, Indian Ocean, Mogadishu, Walmart, AOL, America Online, stupid at the speed of light. Central Intelligence got us attacking Libya. Let's try Libya. They have money. Look, stupid. First, do no harm. You approach Muammar and say, hey, where are you getting all that money, Muammar? And he gives you a hard time. You simulate drowning. It's called diplomacy. It's a medical procedure. I don't care if it's the mafia. Like, somebody's gonna be in charge. At least the mob is from here. Oh, they got connections. What, in Europe? Oh, not Europe. Because working for Mogadishu, I'll worry about Italians. I went ahead and debunked Satanism. First off, religion is a search for universal and eternal truth. So Islam's out too. But you don't derive your universal truth from the Prince of Deception. That's in a nutshell. For the rational people, it should suffice. For those with some kind of religious conviction about it, let's have a look at the Old Testament. Lucifer, the archangel of light, music, and medicine, rebels from heaven, takes a third of God's angels, sets about constructing a kingdom upon the earth like that of heaven. The serpent tempts Eve, Adam and Eve, partake of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of life and death, are expelled from Eden. Lucifer becomes Satan and is permitted to live. When the Jews attacked Jericho, they burned it to the ground. This here, the name stayed the same. It's still Jericho. It's just been annihilated. Sodom and Gomorrah. So what your goal, what you aim to accomplish with America, God, force God to step in and prove He exists. Fix your wagon. Let Him come. With your Glocks. It's not just the homeland. The CDC was illegal too. Can't the FBI arrest these people? IRS, don't know that chicken shit's letting the gay mafia run rampant. Somebody pushing you around IRS, you want the Marine Corps to investigate? mfrodeo.blogspot.com. I said. My first rodeo. I can't wait. Born yesterday. First, do no harm. And proceed to phase 2.